Well, good afternoon, everyone. How you doing? Yes, part 2 of my MPT test will be much later. Since I have so much time on my way back to my part of New York, and as I'm leaving Binghamton, I did some reflecting back on this week on stuff that's going on in the world. I find stuff all the time myself. I get sent stuff all the time by other people, and in the nutshell, I've been saying the church system must die. It has to go. It's useless. It's useless. And let's face it, Charlie Kirk did more for the kingdom of God than the church has. Charlie Kirk has done more for the youth of America than the church has. Charlie Kirk has done more for generations X, Y, Z, and Alpha than the church has. We saw, and he was so good. He was so good, they had to take him out, shoot him in the neck. About 3 days after we saw that video that was released of the Ukrainian girl getting stabbed in the neck. Spiritually,
GPS signal lost.
Even though there's a remnant praying for this country right now, spiritually it's dead. I mean, as far as the Ukrainian girls, there were like 4 men in that picture, in that video. All of them sat there on their phones. And that guy was able to walk out of the train. That guy should have been tackled right there. This is how soft the men of this country have become. This is why the church is dead. That guy should have been tackled. He should have been beat down. Now, for you people that say, well, look what happened with, I'm trying to remember the guy in the New York City subway there, Penny. I'm just going to call him Sean Penny. He went through a whole lot. They tried to get him for murder. Even though everyone said he did the right thing, even though everyone of all races and both sexes said they were terrified. She was stabbed in the neck. We saw Charlie Kirk get stabbed in the neck. And as I see that video quite a few times now, I was so focused on what happened to Charlie. I looked at the crowd last night. Yeah, there were people in that crowd right by him cheering. Like they scored a touchdown. They shot him. Wow. I'm sorry. The church is no longer the church. It's a business. It's a corporation with a cross. 501(c)(3). I don't care what pastor you are. You want to come and debate me? Go ahead. Because if this country was spiritually tuned the way it is, we wouldn't be seeing none of the crap we're seeing right now. Prove me wrong. God's timing. God's in control. Oh my goodness. The church have raised a bunch of pussies in the church. As far as men goes. As far as women, they've raised a bunch of chihuahuas that when things go bad, they run under the legs of the pussies they raised. I'll put it on social media. I'll be a good, and I'll give the evidence to the police. Yeah, great. Meanwhile, that guy could have left that train and killed someone else. Despite the fact that the government let him out 14, 15 times. So we see her get stabbed in the neck. We see Charlie Kirk get shot in the neck. It's a little bit of a pattern here. A year ago, about 14 months, we saw Donald Trump get grazed across his right ear. I was thinking, well, I don't know, maybe. Is it, even though God's using him, Trump is spiritually dead right now. His administration is spiritually dead. And is it because he's not listening to the right people? Let's go back to the spiritual advisory board, led by the white witch herself, Paula White. She's useless. Don't forget, she was a disciple of T.D. Jakes. We see how much trouble he is. Sorry. Leaders in the Bible had prophets around them, not false prophets and not pastors. These are fake pastors anyway. And 2 days before the Kirk shooting, I saw this last night too, Donald Trump's giving a speech on how safe Washington, D.C. is, how people feel safe to go to restaurants and to go out to eat. And boom, I find a video how Donald Trump's in a restaurant and a major security breach of a bunch of communists and Hamas protesters, I think they were here to get in the restaurant and get within 2 tables of President Trump, protesting and yelling at him. Are you kidding me? Now, in the Secret Service defense, they're very short. They're at 60% manpower right now. 60%. I know 1 guy's active, I know 2 retired. And the 2 guys who retired say they keep in touch with a lot of their old co-workers. How do protesters get that close to the president? And there should be a warning sign to President Trump that not only is the country not safe, Mr. President, neither are you. Alright? So right after you give that speech, you're in a restaurant in D.C. and you got a mob of protesters 2 tables away from you. I mean, he brags about how he get the power to pull the trigger any time to release the National Guard, clear up these cities. Well, what are you waiting for? Because I guarantee you one thing. Charlie Kirk was not the first, might have been the first one. He ain't going to be the last one if you continue to sit in your hands, Mr. President. Because if they came after one podcaster, they'll go after another and another. No, it's quite amazing that he named his business turning point or his ministry turning point, because right now this is causing a turning point. And I've been saying things are going to get darker before they're getting better. And we're seeing it. 2 days later, I think, at one of the Charlie Kirk vigils, I'm not sure where this was, I think a man on his bicycle, anyway, I'll have the video down below also in the description box, rides by and says F Charlie Kirk, and those people got a hold of him, threw him off his bike, and started beating the crap out of him. Now, I've been saying all week, I don't care what you think of Charlie Kirk, he has a right to speak. To my fellow conservatives out there who did this, the same goes for you. You may not like what that guy said, but he had the right to say it. You shouldn't have done that. But here's the problem. Because Trump is sitting on his hands, running his mouth, maybe the rumors are true. Maybe he's more concerned about the Nobel Peace Prize. And why would you want a Nobel Peace Prize when people like Barack Obama and other clowns have received that award? Is that the wall of fame you want to be with? And I'm telling you right now, this is going to get worse. If Trump doesn't act fast, and these things keep happening, the Patriots may start doing things on their own. And they may go after the politicians on both sides of the aisle. The Democrats for obvious reasons, and the Republicans for sitting by, saying, oh, we're on your side, and do nothing. And if that starts a war in this country, which is what they want, President will rule the day, where he didn't act what he could have. I don't want people. I'm still hearing from my buddies who who are big fans of number 17. I am too. Well, just enjoy the show. I'm not enjoying the show, man. The show sucks. All right? Watching Charlie Kirk get killed is not a show. Watching the people on my side beat the crap out of a guy on a bicycle for saying F Charlie Kirk is not my idea of a show. I'm sorry, it's not. And it's going to get worse. I've been saying, if there were a civil war in this country, we have big problems. I've been saying this for years too. And I said this for years on my old channel before they took it down. If they get what they want, a civil war, it's going to lead to the possibility of multiple foreign invasions, because they're not going to be able to fight a war on two fronts. They can't fight the civil war and foreign invaders. Especially, even though the military recruitment has gone up, you still got a lot of DEI crap in the military. The military are short essential stuff like uniforms, believe it or not. Uniforms. How many who took the old one for the team are in the military who are in danger of, just say, I don't know, maybe passing out? Did they recall all the ones who were justifiably fired for that for the team? I said it last week, I say it again. Vladimir Putin. I don't care what you think of him. And Russia are more spiritually sound than the United States and the Trump administration right now. That sucks to say that. Because, one, Putin didn't tolerate foreign invaders. He didn't tolerate people trying to mess with his border. He shut that LGBT homosexual thing down to the point where he's going to imprison them for 10 years if they are, which I got to say I don't agree with, because fill up jail cells and put those people on basically what is welfare, when you should be leaving that for violent criminals. Those people are only hurting themselves. That's my take on that. But man, the Russians got their country under control. Don't get me wrong, Trump has done a lot of good things. He has. But a lot of people and a lot of his base are feeling he campaigned the right way, but now he's taking the foot off the gas pedal as he's been leading. Like I said, he's done plenty of good things, but he's talked a lot about what he's going to do he hasn't done yet. The Epstein files. The Great American Theft. The evidence of the Great American Theft. And how did they try to do it again last election? The chemtrails. Even though we're deporting people every day, because we had that 4-year pause of Biden bringing everyone in illegally. Sorry, there's just too many here now. What are we waiting for? Comments down below what your opinion like to know. Keep the country in prayer. Keep President Trump in prayer. I'm telling you, that thing by that restaurant when he was 2 tables away from protesters was a warning. Trump may be humbled. I've been saying this in the last few weeks. Trump could be humbled again. And it may not be him. They may get one of his family members, or someone in his administration he really likes. I don't know. And I'm sorry. There's a lot of people in his administration I'm not a fan of. Cash Patel, he talked a good game, little action. Pam Bondi talks a good game, no action. Kristi Noem, good governor, great governor from South Dakota. But I'm not a fan of her with the Homeland Security Department. She's a pretty face who's embarrassed herself too many times. I think she needs to go. Sorry, she does. Susan Stiles, the chief of staff. She needs to go. She sucks. She's a witch. Paula White and that pastoral team need to go. I don't even know how I feel about Marco Rubio right now. I'm not a fan of him either right now. Sorry. He was part of the Gate of 8. I never forgot that. Hey, did you know that the FBI agent who recovered, I think, that Mauser bolt-action rifle from the scene in Utah? Get this, if I saw it right, his name is Bo Mason. Bo Mason. You can't make this stuff up. How many coincidences until it's mathematically impossible? As the guy was captured 33 hours after the incident happened. 33 hours, Bo Mason. I'm sorry. You just can't ignore this stuff. God bless you all. We'll talk to you later.